means sometimes standing alone, living in your passions and speaking your truth. And sometimes that means coming from a place, doing this from a place of respect and love for yourself and others. So we're never forcing our truth on others, but we're just honing in on those thoughts. So we have this past life issue. So we've carried these issues around past lives, from our past lives. And we have a lot of purple in these cards, really focusing on the crown chakra, connecting to spirit, bringing in these animal totems when we notice them, when they come to us, so that you can harness those beautiful energies. And yeah, so with that, today's show is ending for now. You can always email me at andrea.bacon444@gmail.com. And you can check out my shop, Mind, Body, Nourish, on Etsy. And for any readings, any products and services that I offer. So with that, I hope you have a blessed day for you and yours, and a wonderful week. And we will see you again soon. And just remember, harnessing these energies can be very helpful in our daily lives and creating our futures and feeling more at ease and at peace.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for Energy Reader Mariana with Mariana. Live from SoulCircle.vip.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Energy Reader Mariana
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. This is another week of AR1 Radio and Moonstruck TV. So I wanted to talk this week. I'm not going to take a caller today because unfortunately I had the best of intentions to have this show for quite some time, but as we know, life gets in the way. I think we all know that, which is why we call psychics and mediums and animal communicators to get a feel for what's happening, what's going on, what's coming up. Unfortunately, I will have to give this up much sooner than I intended to, but possibly will probably come back in the future. So I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about who I am, what my business is, and what I teach, especially because I'm definitely looking to get some really practical teaching out there into the universe. Excuse me. All right. So just as a reminder, my name is Mariana. You can find me at www.circle.vip, like very important people or very important pets. As opposed to .com, it's .vip. That is an actual end to a website address. Okay. So I made some notes. So please do find me at my website. Also, you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Just Google Energy Reader Mariana in any of those, and you should be able to find me. Those links are also on my website at the bottom of the page. Every other Friday, starting this Friday, I will be going live and doing readings, paid readings, from 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time on YouTube. You can find me at Energy Reader Mariana. Okay. I have a tarot workshop coming up August 20th at 10 a.m. We're going to go over tarot, beginner to intermediate. This is a 4-hour workshop. And I will also be talking about pendulums, and there will be a cheat sheet available for you that covers the entire 78 cards of the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. All right. So next week, Tara Winter will be your guest host because unfortunately I have to go to the dentist, which I despise. Tara Winter is from Illinois, Decatur, Illinois. Yeah, so Illinois. She is into astrology, mediumship, and at one point took a class from me. Now, she was already a heavy hitter when she took the class. I think she was just being nice. But she is an amazing medium. She is an amazing astrology person, and she will be here next week in lieu of me. So please do tune in. I'll still be here for a little while. You know, they want you to give notice here. Okay. Energy Reader course. So what is different about the Energy Reader course? The Energy Reader course is 4 modalities within one course. You start off with the psychic, then you move into the evidential mediumship, then you move into the evidential animal communication, and then you move into the evidential nonverbal communication. I'm extremely heavy on evidence and validation. Excuse me. My apologies. I also have allergies. So the Energy Reader course is a course that I wish I had been able to find when I was first starting out. Again, I also do get some heavy hitters in there who will have already been reading either psychic or mediumship, and they want kind of be a little more well-rounded, a little more mentorship, a little business ideas, tips and tricks, whatever you like to call that. The Energy Reader course is starting in September. I do one in the fall and I do one in the spring. I only do 2 a year, and there are a limited number of students allowed. Because I do it live via Zoom, I may move into a different type. It might move into Vimeo, or Zoom changed their rules and they're becoming very heavy on AI. And I do not want my customers, people, friends, students to kind of be used in that way through the AI of Zoom. So I'm going to move into something other than Zoom. But regardless, it's somehow online. All right. What else makes the Energy Reader course different? You will be reading passed over dead people, passed over loved ones, and or psychically, and or animal communication on your first circle. So you have an instruction night, and then you have a circle night. And you will literally be reading on your first circle. I can almost guarantee it. Nothing is ever 100%. However, every student thus far that I have had has gotten some sort of viable, evidential, validating evidence. All right, which brings me to the evidence. There's a lot of information out there, and sometimes it's very difficult to know what to believe. I am an evidential medium and an evidential animal communicator. So what does that mean? It means that I go in to your passed over loved one or your passed over pet or your live pet, and I give you certain pieces of evidence to know that I'm actually talking to who I say I'm talking to. And then we circle around to your questions, and then I go in and ask those questions. Now, a lot of you are already doing telepathy. A lot of you are already talking to your animals and frankly, your passed over loved ones as well. And so I want you to give yourselves credit and not think you're crazy when someone pops into your head and you're like, well, did I just make that up? Is that my imagination? Or is this person really trying to have a conversation with me? In my experience, they are really trying to have a conversation with you. Now, they don't narrate the conversation in Samuel Jackson's voice, but it's your voice, right? Occasionally it will be their voice, but my experience has been 90% of the time it's my voice giving me their information. All right, I do have an animal communication standalone class. I started the first one in July, and I will be doing another one probably right after the Energy Reader course so that I will stagger those. So that one started in July. I will very likely do the next one about January, and I will have 2 of those a year as well. Also a limited number of students. I think we have about 12 in this class, which is really a wonderful size for a Zoom personalized education experience. All right. Again, you will talk to animals and passed over loved ones literally during your first circle with me. And how much time do I have left, sir? 6 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and pop my cards out and just do a little bit of a collective reading because I said no caller. And then, of course, I talk very quickly. So you get an enormous amount of information when I do give a class via Zoom. So, for example, the Tarot Workshop, again, August 20th, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 4 hours. You get a cheat sheet. We will do sample readings as well. And there is so much information. It will be also recorded. It will be uploaded to YouTube with an unlisted link. And you will have access to that unlisted link. It won't be forever. I'm not set up for that forever video thing yet, but it will be for quite some time. All right, collectively, we have the 8 of Cups. So I do feel, and this kind of vibes, honestly, with current events and just kind of the way, unfortunately, you know, Maui burning down. So we do have a lot of grief out there right now. The 8 of Cups is very much a grief card. It is very much an in your head card as far as emotions. We then go on to the 6 of Swords, the Star, and then the 3 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Honestly, 6 of Swords is very much about leaving certain ideas behind, leaving cleaning your mind out of the baggage that consistently loops. Swords are mental, Six of Swords. Sixes are creative. The Six of Swords is about literally and figuratively leaving things behind, leaving figuratively and I can't think of my words. We then get the Star. So a lot of us tend to fill other people's cups, and we have this anxiety up here, and we consistently hold on to this anxiety for one reason or another. And we need to really go ahead and cut the ties to that anxiety and let it go. I know a few of you out there think I'm probably talking exactly to you, and I am. If it resonates with you, it's for you. The Star is very much a fix other people's problem person. Meanwhile, her own cups don't get full. Her own problems don't get fixed. This resonates, I know, for probably 98% of the women and a lot of the men. Honestly, there's a lot of giving men out there who are also empaths, who also try to take care of others. There is no gender line in the sand for people who want to help and fix other people. What happens is that we tend to ignore our own needs. These stars indicate anxiety for me, and when I cover them up, it means you need to go ahead and let the anxiety go so that you can start filling your own cup. The Three of Cups is very much about your support system, since this is just a general read. Again, if you're learning tarot, you already know tarot. Very often, different cards will mean different things depending on what you're reading for. So if we're having a love conversation, you and I, and we're co-creating in a tarot atmosphere, this is going to mean something different than it means if it's just in a collective reading. It's going to mean something different in a financial reading. It's going to mean something different in a forensic mediumship reading, okay? The Three of Cups, though, for everyone out there, is about really kind of starting to get back to your soul circle, if you will. Nice little plug there for my website. It's about getting back to the friends that help you out, the friends who match your energy. So a lot of people, unfortunately, we have friends that do not match our energy, and we tend to extend ourselves, especially star people. We extend. So I would really caution you to look at your circle and really determine who is matching your energy and who isn't. And if they aren't, it's kind of time to have a little come to Jesus meeting or to re-examine that relationship. We'll end with the shadow card is the Ace of Pentacles. Basically, this is a wonderful, wonderful card about new starts, about money coming in. It's very much aces or yeses as well. So let's say you had a question in your mind. Literally, the answer is a yes. All right, 30 seconds to let you know about my tarot workshop, which is August 20th, 10 a.m. Mountain Time on Zoom and or something similar. Please email me at soulcircle.vip. There are ways to email me or chat with me on my website. You can also get in touch with me via Facebook or YouTube or TikTok, or even through Moonstruck. So thank you for being here.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Medicine for Your Spirit with Raylene Byrne. Raylene Byrne. Live from RayleneByrne.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Medicine for Your Spirit
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Namaste, everybody. Raylene Byrne, Medicine for Your Spirit. Wow. So what a week, huh? From our Lionsgate and all the energy around at the moment. Today, I would just like to, first of all, because of what's gone on in Maui, I would really like to offer a real heart connection from all of us who are on, this radio show and all the other presenters, a moment to really breathe and offer deep healing, deep respect to the island of Maui and all the people there, the shock from this fiery thing that's happened. And it gives me a really good opportunity to speak about a ritual that I do. Here's my candle. I'm very huge on candle rituals. And as you can see on this candle, I have got some things inscribed on it, and it's global healing, resilience, steadiness, and peace. So this candle I burn every day is dedicated to that. So when we are going through big shocks, traumas, where we're very confused, where we're not quite sure, where we want to support others, but we don't want to be intrusive. We want to offer intentions without, saying too much. Do it with a candle. Inscribe on the candle keywords if you like. Or if you have a bigger intention, write it on a piece of paper. Fold it up. Place it at your heart. And do the whole, I'm sending as much gratitude and energy towards this intention that I would like to see or I would like to share. And then you put it underneath the candle. So every day when you light your candle and it's burning, you are drawing that energy up and it's filling your energetic field, it's filling your room, it's filling your home with that powerful intention. You are actually devotional. You take a moment to tune in when you light your candle to the intention that you've either inscribed on it or you've got sitting underneath it. So my suggestion, the reason I'm sharing this is because for many people who feel helpless in situations like have just happened in Maui or various things around the world, there's a lot going on. Light a candle. Light a candle with powerful intent for the healing, the support, the blessings, the steadiness that you would like to offer into the collective field to land in particular areas. Sometimes when people visit me, I've got candles everywhere in my place because I have various things. And at the moment, because there's a lot of people in my world who are very sick and going through very deep crisis, I have candles devoted to each person, so I go a bit crazy. I should take a picture one day and put it up here for you to see. So I have a caller from Galveston. Her name is Stephanie. I'd love to be able to see how I can guide, support, help. Are you there, Stephanie?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, great. How can I help you today or support you or offer some words of wisdom?
I was just hoping if there's any messages for me, possibly from my husband or anyone.
Would you just like a message from the universe?
Yes, that's great.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Just about anything. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, let's just see. We've got Stephanie here. Oh, one just flew out. One flew out. Oh, isn't that interesting? It's the energy of initiation. Look at this. I've just been talking about lighting candles as for with intentions and stuff, and here it is here, initiation. So when I look at this, what I want to say when I look at this, we've got this whole 6-pointed star thing up here, like the Merkaba. This is about an energy of creation. And I think what I feel is many people are remembering that we have this creator energy, this creator aspect within ourselves to create and live a life that we really want. What I do know, I sit and sit with consciousness, is consciousness doesn't want us looking back anymore. It doesn't want us to be spending time on things we've already done or experienced. It wants us to be looking forward and to be moving into the direction that we are meant to be heading towards, creating, contributing, and adding to this new energy that is everywhere for this new world, new human, new earth, whatever it is. So that's the first thing. Initiation for you is you're getting tested right now as to your commitment to yourself. And often initiations will happen to show us that we have got the resilience and the resources to move into the next stage of our life. So that's the first one. The next one that's coming out for you with this message is an action that Stephanie can take. So if she's being tested or she's moving through some challenges in her life, she has the ability to get through it. She has the skill. She's been preparing for it. What's the action she needs to take? Perception. Oh, this is great. This is about shifting your perceptions. So the thing that gets in the way for all of us, Stephanie, in our lives is our old perceptions or our habits, the way we think about things, our beliefs, our conditions. They become perceptions that underride so much of our life and stop us from being liberated and stop us from actually experiencing all that we are. So when I'm looking at this one for you, I just feel that there's some shifts and changes that need to be looked at as part of this initiation process you're going through, whatever the challenge is or whatever the stage of your life you're at. You're getting ready to step into something different or something new, and you need to look at your how you see yourself, how you see your capabilities, and start looking at how you can raise that level of your own self-talk to a higher level that's more aligned and more attuned with where you see yourself in the next 3 months or 6 months. So, for example, if you've got a job that, I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying this is for you, just an example. So you might have a perception of, I've got this job, it's paying my bills, I know what it's all about, it's pretty boring, it's the same old. I'd really love to do something else, but the idea of opening up into something else is just too hard, right? That's a perception. A higher level perception would be, I'm really grateful for the job I've had. It's taught me a lot, but I know I'm ready to challenge myself and step into something else where I can see more of my capabilities, meet new people, learn new things about myself, and experience something different. And I'd really like to open up to that. That's opening up a higher perception. That's opening up your sphere of awareness so you can actually start communicating or getting messages or information or opportunities or invitations for something greater. Because the original perception would be, I can't do it or I don't want to do it, so I'm shutting down. But when we open ourselves up, life starts to give us other things. So I feel that's your action. Change some of your perceptions. And I want to pull one more before I leave, and that is an outcome for you. For Stephanie in Galveston, here we go. Oh, Goddess of the Earth, this is beautiful. This is being grounded. This is knowing that you have all that you need. It's stable, it's steady. It's a very earthy energy, Goddess of the Earth. It's this real energy of feeling content within yourself, really content. This is the feeling I'm getting here with this for you. So if you're willing to face whatever you're going through right now and treat it as an initiation, an opportunity to grow, change some perceptions around how you think about yourself, you're going to have a lot more contentment. And I think that's what you're aiming for in your life, or something to look forward to anyway.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you, Stephanie?
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense.
Oh, good. Great. So there you go. 3 simple things to think about. You've got the ability. All you need to do is spend time with yourself, look at your thoughts, elevate them to something higher, and you'll feel way more content and at peace with yourself. So thank you. I hope that's helpful, and love to know how you go with all of that. Just do it. You've got it. You've got it. You can do it. Baby steps, simplify it, and you're there.
All right.
And that's medicine for your spirit.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
So coming back to what I was saying at the start with our beautiful candles, what I do want to say is, as I said before, when we're feeling helpless, when we're feeling there's nothing really much I can do, you can do this. Setting an intention is a very powerful, energetic prayer, meditation, ritual, an act of devotion. And when you do it, when you set an intention to send the energy to, say, Maui or Ukraine and Russia, or, you know, somewhere in Africa, wherever there's trauma and trouble and discord in the world, when you do that, you're setting up this energy of connection within yourself to something greater. And it takes away that sense of feeling helpless. If every day you light that candle, I know I'm doing something that's contributing to the greater good. Really powerful thing to do. And you know what? You don't have to spend a lot on candles. You don't have to. I use them all the time. You can get them from, you know, the $2 shops or your 5 and dime, I think they're called over in the States. I'm not sure, something like that. I used to remember that when I lived there. So please set some intentions. We're coming up next week to a new moon. Powerful, powerful, powerful new moon sandwiched between these 2 full moons in August. Really, really a beautiful time to set powerful, powerful pathways for where you want to be and what you want to create in your life. Very powerful time this month. Be steady, be strong, be true to yourself. It's medicine for your spirit. And if you'd like to connect with me more, come to my website, rayleneburn.com. There's lots of free stuff there. There's oracle card readings there. Beautiful grid readings. There's loads of stuff, and I'd love to be able to help and support you even more, for you to remember the medicine that you are. So thank you for being with me. Bye for now.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Evenings with Kimberly, the Comedian Minute, live from KimberlyWagonMakers.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook Facebook.com/Psychic Radio.
Or one of our websites.
Ask1Radio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Evenings with Kimberly
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everybody. It's Kimberly Wagon Makers. Welcome back. Happy Thursday, 5:30 my time. I hope everybody's doing fabulous. I'm doing good. Very busy. Brief before I start taking a caller, I just want to announce again, my name is Kimberly Wagon Makers, spelled WAGENMAKERS. You can Google me, and on Google, you'll see my reviews. You'll see my website. You'll see my TikTok that's been hijacked, my New York radio last year, my Moonstruck radio now. You'll see lots about me. So just Google my name. It's the easiest. I'm not hidden or hard to find once you can spell my name correctly. But I'm here and I want to take callers. Getting more comfortable with this because it is hard, in seconds readings and not really seeing anybody. But I'm also doing lives on my business Facebook page, which I don't know if you can all see this. I'm going to try to get it in close. So that is my business Facebook page, Kimberly Wagon Makers, Psychic Medium to Rescue and Restore Balance. I'm going there live twice a week. And at the moment, I'm doing live free readings. No info again. You just tap in whether you want mediumship or psychic. And I'm spending like 3 hours. I get exhausted, but people come in and I can't say no. And I just, so yeah, I was up till 3 a.m. doing that last night. So do we have any callers yet? If we do, I can start. If not, I'll continue to talk like I do so well. And I want to, hopefully soon, we will be able to put me at 30 minutes so that I can start giving you a little bit about me and how I got here and all the really wild woohoo moments that I've had that, I need to write several books of what I've experienced. Like I can just tell you really quick before I have a caller, a house I had about 15 years ago, I was walking home from the mailbox and I heard a scream, looked behind me. It was the gardener alerting me. There was a single file line of bees literally behind my head following me. There had to be a billion of them because, it was a really thick, but they were single file just following me. And I'm such a lunatic and used to this stuff that it just didn't faze me. Kept walking. As I walked into my front door, they went into the eaves of the attic of my home. Lived there until I went to sale. Periodically, I'd find one or two in the house, and I told them, just don't sting my kids. When I went to sell, they said I had 5-foot beehives in my attic. Like 6 of them, and they had to kill them. I was like, no. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff that's happened. I don't know. I don't see anybody in the chat ready yet, but I think you'll let me know if there is, and I'm getting pretty good at this. So I'll just continue to talk a little bit. I am certified because I'm a science. I feel like I'm blurry. I don't know if that's my illusion on my side, but I feel like I look blurry. But that's okay. So I've had this gift my whole life. I didn't realize or understand it. I just would, I remember being in the backyard and these dragonflies all around me. And I remember thinking, this is Millie. Let me go call her husband and tell him. And it's like, well, how do you address this? Because back then people just didn't talk about it. But I just picked up the phone and said, Stan, I got something to tell you. And you're not going to understand this, but Millie was just here visiting me and she told me to call you. And he said, my friend, that's how he talked. He was so cool. Him and his wife were my neighbors at one point. And he said, my friend, today is our anniversary. And I believe you. And I'm like, whoa, that's super cool. And I'm like, well, she wanted to make sure I called you because I just knew it was her with these dragonflies all around me. So I've had lots of crazy moments. So many. I've got some really big ones, but a really fascinating one recent is when COVID first hit. Spirit just told me to ground, and I tend to go out at 1 a.m. when it's really peaceful and quiet, and I'll water and tinker in the yard. And believe it or not, all the grasshoppers jump me. But one night, got bit by a black widow, and I was like paralyzed for like 90 seconds. And it was the most excruciating. I could feel the venom go through every orifice of my body. But as it was happening, I heard, you will never get COVID. And next day I went to the doctor and he's like, whoa, this is super cool. And I'm like, yeah, isn't it? He's like, your hand, you're going to lose your skin. I'm like, no, I won't. And I didn't. And I had this really beautiful bullseye heart on my hand that would glow in the dark for like 6 weeks. And about 3 months after that, I was laying in bed having a sensitive moment, and a black widow spirit ran across my comforter. And that's when I knew that she was one of my totem animals, insects, spirit. I have the black widow, I have bees, I have a lion. Thus is my team so far, and they grow. But I never got COVID. And as I shared the story, a lot of people thought I was nuts and kind of like, but the people that understand that are in this woohoo world, they didn't think I was nuts. They just, and one of my shaman friends, he said, well, the fact that you weren't bothered by it is your totem. And I'm like, yeah, she came to visit. So I have lots of miracles and just amazing things. But I'm still talking. I don't know if there's any callers. I would love to do a reading because I felt like, but maybe it's my live afterwards because here we go. I'm seeing something. Colleen in Atlanta. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Sorry, I'm reading and learning this. Hi, Colleen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. A little tired, but I'm good. So you're in Atlanta, Georgia?
I am.
Beautiful. I've heard, I haven't been there, but I always think of the peach because I love peach cobbler. What
Peaches aren't doing too good right now, I've heard.
Say that again?
The peaches aren't doing too well, I've heard. I don't know. I don't like peaches too much, so.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Those are my favorite. If that's pretty much the only pie I love other than chocolate. I love peach cobbler. So,
Wow.
but I'm sad to hear that they're not doing well. It's probably a farmer issue with all the weather disasters we've been having. But I hope they'll come back. So were you looking for psychic this evening, Colleen, or mediumship?
Mediumship?
Okay, I'm wondering if you are the one that I was picking up on before I came in, because I felt like I was going to have a caller, and I felt like it's going to be a little girl. Can you take this?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
I felt like before I even came in, I was going to have a caller, and it was going to be a young girl. So in spirit, can you take a young girl?
In spirit, can I do what? I can't hear you very well.
It's okay. I'm sorry. I don't know why my reception. A young girl. Do you have a young girl in spirit? You
Not that I'm
sound
aware of. I'm not sure about that. No.
okay. Sorry, I'm trying to read the chat. So let me just. So I really felt like there was a young lady before I even started that I was going to bring through. Is that your dog?
Yes. Are we live on the radio or a podcast or something?
Yes, we are live, and yes, it streams through radio, and I'm not sure where, but some TV. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I'm just sorry for the noise. I have a dog that's kind of sick and he coughs a lot right now. So sorry about that.
He's sick?
Yeah, he has a problem with his trachea. So
I'm very sorry.
he's like 17 years old, so he's been with us a long time.
Let me try to get in here and connect with the spirit that you are looking for.
I'm going to step into another room where it's a little bit quieter.
Yeah, sometimes the energy. So I'm also picking up, I'm pushing the young lady aside. And maybe you're the young lady that I'm supposed to be pulling for, but I'm trying to tell a young man to step forward.
Yeah, the person I was hoping you could connect to is a male.
Yeah, and so this man, when I said young, he's telling me I wasn't young when I passed, but I have a very young heart. Would that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Because I felt like I wanted to tell you his age and young, but he's like, I wasn't young, but I have a really young heart. So, okay, we're pulling him closer. I'm getting goosebumps. He's telling me his passing wasn't long. It hasn't been that long. I want to say it's been like, I'm hearing 2. So I want to say like 2 years. I don't think it's 2 months.
It's actually, this one is a couple of months.
Oh, so it could be the 2 months?
Very recent, yeah.
Okay,
April.
because I heard 2 and I'm like, it wasn't very recent and it's 2. So, okay, we're on the right track, son. Calling him son because he's just such a young spirit. Even when he passed, I mean, he was a very jovial, action-packed man.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for Maria Leggett's Medium Show with Maria Leggett. Live from MariaLeggett.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Maria Leggett's Medium Show
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. My name is Reverend Maria Leggett, and I am so excited to be on here tonight with all of you. I couldn't be any more excited unless I had a pee pad on. That would be even better. My name is Reverend Maria Leggett, and I am a spiritualist minister, and I have been doing mediumship work for the last 7 years. I am one of those oddities that I say, I have not been doing this for my entire life. Most people that I've talked to say, oh, I've known about this since I was a kid, and I did not. So I'm one of the rare people who did not know that they were a medium. It was an absolute shock to me. I did have things happen to me off and on while I was growing up as a little girl. But it just things that I figured everybody had these little things happen to them. And then about 7 or 8 years ago, believe it or not, I was driving down a highway here in Ohio where I live. And I'm driving down the highway and I see this etheric being pop into my passenger seat. This is a true story. And I turned and I went, oh my God. And, I started feeling all kinds of things and I was hearing all kinds of information and it was very overwhelming to my senses. And I didn't know what to think, didn't know what to feel, heard all this thing coming. And I felt pain going up my right arm. And I thought, oh my God, because I'm a woman, I'm having a heart attack. That's why I'm seeing somebody. I'm dying. What is happening to me? And so, being the woman that I am, I call my best friend rather than calling 911. And I said, hey, listen, I need you to walk me through this. I don't understand what's happening. And she said, listen, if you're driving, I don't want to talk about that. I just want to get you calm. So she kept me really calm until I got home. And as we pulled down my driveway, true story, I park and I start telling her everything that I'm experiencing. I said, here's this man next to me. I've never seen him. I don't know anything about him. And she said, well, describe him to me. And she wasn't put off by this at all. And I was shocked. And so I described to her who this guy, what he looked like, what he was wearing, the kind of hat that he had on. And I said, here are all the things that he's saying to me. He's talking to me about St. Patrick. And he's talking to me about my 3 girls. And he's showing me a 3-leaf clover. And I said to him, don't you mean a 4-leaf clover? Because those are really lucky. Don't you want a 4-leaf clover? And he says, no, 3. So it was really important for 3. And I keep explaining all of this to her. And I tell her about the pain in my right arm and everything that was going on. Next thing I know, my best friend starts crying. And I said, wait, whoa, this is my emergency. Why are you crying? I don't understand. And she says, that's my dad. And I said, excuse me? Her dad had passed away the year before I met her. So I had no idea what he looked like and I didn't know his name. And she was so sad about it that she never really talked about him. She was a really emotional person. So we then went through and she was able to talk to me about all of the verification, all of the validation for who it was that was sitting next to me. He had 3 daughters and he never called them my daughters. He only said, my girls, my girls. So I gave her all of this information. And I said to her, well, what does all this mean? And she goes, you're a medium. I said, no, I'm not. And she said, yes, you are. And I said, no, I'm not. And she said, I beg to differ. And so it was, this shocking moment for me that I realized that I was a medium and I didn't know what to do with it. And I was scared, but it took some training. And so I have trained here in Ohio and I've trained at Lilydale in New York. And I am just thrilled to be doing the work that I am doing. So I see we have a caller. Hi, Reagan.
Hi, how are you? Good, thank you.
How may I help you today?
It's just looking for a general reading, if possible, please.
Sure. Is there anything specific that you'd like to know about?
I had an accident earlier in the year, and I don't know if I've got surgery coming up for it, but do you see any health issues, or if you do health, but if not?
So Spirit is showing me, Reagan, as I step into your energy, Spirit is showing me that there's some mending in your body that needs to happen. And I don't know, they show it to me as though there's something with a bone or something that happened during the accident. And they're saying that if you sit and really begin to focus your energy on the area in your body, which is really painful, and send beautiful white light around this, that you probably will not need any type of invasive surgery. And of course, not a medical doctor, not giving any kind of advice like that, but you can start to help heal your body. And so if you start putting white light around those pieces and visualize them as being whole and perfect, that you're going to help your body heal much quicker than not doing it at all. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does a little bit. It does, yes. And you were right.
Wonderful.
Yeah, bone.
Perfect. Perfect. That's what they showed me, like a little. It's more like it's like a fracture more than like a massive break. And they're just showing me that you can absolutely heal this and work through it. And we tend to forget as humans that we really do have this power to heal our own bodies. When we reincarnate, we bring all this beautiful healing with us. So make sure that you step into that. What was the other thing that you were asking me about, Reagan?
Just general, like, just don't have anything for me they need me to know, or what's ahead. You see anything?
Absolutely. So one of the things that they're showing me is they're giving me the word detox. So they're talking to me about being able to be aware of the type of foods and the things that you're bringing into your bodies and inhaling into your lungs. So, because they're taking me right in here to the chest to make sure that we detox things and that we're taking care of our body and trying to eat healthy. Organic can be expensive, at least it here is in the States. I don't know about where you are, but to try to eat as clean as possible. And that's also going to help your body to heal, because they're showing me that sugar can really slow down how fast your body can heal itself. So if you're willing to kind of detox your body from things that would stop it from healing as well, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, it's what the doctor said, especially with the inhaling the cigarette. Yeah.
And so this is really going to be able to help you to move forward and heal yourself. All right, what else do we have, Spirit? Anything? I don't know why this is important, but so many people worry about you. You have beautiful people around you who worry about you and want you to be the best version of yourself. And they really want you just to continue to show up and be the amazing human that you can be. Does that make sense to you, Reagan?
Yeah, the end bit, I didn't catch the whole lot. It's been dropping out a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
The Spirit really just wants you to begin showing up more comfortably in your world for you. They gave me a bouquet of flowers, and it's a way of remembering all the joy and all of the things in your life.
Yeah, I need to do that at times. And I do have to take care of me.
Yeah, you have people who love you, and it's time for you to start showing up beautifully for yourself and for them, because you deserve it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
awesome.
Yeah, that's something I struggle with. Thank you.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Thank you so much, Reagan, for calling in. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thanks, you too. I am so grateful to be able to be on here with all of you. I would love for you guys to find me. You can go to marialeggett.com, MariaLeggett.com, and you can sign up for my mailing list, and you'll get a free shadow ebook workbook. And I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday at 8:45 p.m. Eastern. And I hope to see more of you often. Thank you so much to all of you for being here. Have an amazing night.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Soul Tea with Marie, with Antoinette Marie. Live from AntoinetteMarie.net.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Soul Tea with Marie
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my show, Soul Tea with Marie. I am so happy to be with you tonight. I have a returning special guest. I'm so excited to have her back. I loved having her on, and she is gracious enough to come back for Lionsgate. But first, I just want to remind everyone that I have a website, Soul Tea with Marie. I am also on Instagram, on Facebook, and if you would like to book a reading with me for Intuitive, which is about your life, past trauma. I really deal with a lot of past trauma, twin flames, soulmates, geared more to twin flames, but absolutely soulmates, and of course, medium readings with your loved ones. Or I also do, if you want to get in contact with your spirit guides, angels, ancestors, I also do that, past regression as well. So, all right, so let's me reintroduce my lovely friend, Denise with Lulu, which is her crystal that she channels. So please let everyone know, just to reintroduce yourself, because some people may not have seen the first show. What do you do? Tell us.
Hello, everybody. So my name is Denise. I am a spiritual transformation coach and energy healer. And also I channel crystal energy. And this is Lulu Rose Quartz. And you'll be hearing channel messages from her in a little bit.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you. So what I want to do today is talk about Lionsgate a little bit. I know the first time she gave us a overall reading, but with Lionsgate, I mean, obviously it'll be a reading as well, but that's more about courage and healing, especially with Leo season and Sirius being the brightest star. So the energy is really, well, honestly, it feels heavy. I don't know how you feel, but there's so much movement going on with people. Their whole lives are changing. And it's just not one aspect. It seems to be with relationships and careers. And I'm hearing a lot of different people talk about that. I don't know, are you getting the same thing or?
I am. Actually, on the 8th, I was feeling kind of like really heavy in my body and a bit achy too. Like my joints were achy, my back was achy, my shoulders. And so I knew it wasn't anything serious. It's just part of the energy process, the old energy moving out and allowing the new energy to take hold and anchor it within the physical body. So on that perspective, yeah, I was going through it too. And I have heard other people, like their energy was really low and they felt like they were getting a cold, or sometimes we call it the psychic flu. Yeah, there's a lot of active energy going on at this time. And there's a couple of other things that I've been noticing around this Lionsgate portal. During meditation, I got a few messages that I'd like to share. So the first one is DNA activation. So this Lionsgate energy is a little bit different from before. It's more actiony. It's more like get up and go. Like we got to get, clear out all the old stuff and let's bring in that fresh new energy like right now.
I feel like it's part of 2023 as well. But with this being August, it's like, okay, we had the first 6 months to do it. But now we're like, if you missed that boat in the first 6 months to take it easy, we're going to kickstart you, and it's go time now. Especially if you've awakened, you know what's going on. You are no holds barred, to put it nicely. You are going. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like, well, you don't really have a choice. Like the energy is moving you forward. It's like a forward momentum kind of energy that's around us right now. And it might be kicking your butt a little bit, but hang in there. It's going to get better. It's going to get a lot better.
It is. It's almost like it's taking you to the next level of your life, the next chapter. A lot of people are going into new chapters in their lives. And you had mentioned too about the spiritual flu or the psychic flu. I'm not sure which one you said, spiritual flu. I have a couple friends that have that as well. And I know for me, I have insomnia, but the other day I couldn't even get out of bed. I got out of bed and I went to the store and I sat in my car. I couldn't even get out of my car just to go in and get a drink. I'm like, what is happening? And then I realized, oh, it's Lionsgate. That's what's happening. The energy is just
That's
so.
it. That is it. There's a lot of physical physical things with the body. It's helping us connect to our body. It's bringing awareness to our physical body as well. Things that we need to do away with, bad habits, um, maybe changing our friend group, deleting old emails, that type of thing. Just getting rid of what no longer serves, especially on a physical level. That's definitely what I've been noticing as well.
I
And
agree.
also the need to like bump up your spiritual hygiene, like clearing and cleansing your energy, doing certain movements or exercises that help clear your aura, and even like doing a mini detox, like detox tea or something like that, clean up your diet. Definitely been getting like those little hits like that for me personally.
No, I agree. I agree. I keep hearing, you just need to get back to the gym, just to get on the treadmill, just to get moving, or go hiking, go walking every night. Just get out. We need to get some exercise. We need to get you moving. And I'm fairly active, but it's more of let's take you to the next level where you're really able to connect to your higher self and your guides. But you need to get that blood moving now. It's time. And it's ringing in my ears now. And I'm like, okay, okay. And same thing with the diet. It's like drink more water, eat cleaner, and not to lose weight or anything, just so that I can connect easier and clear to the other side in different ways.
Yeah, and all of those things are gently guiding us to raise our vibration to a higher level so that we can be a better match to the higher frequencies that are continuously streaming in. So that's another like big piece to this as well. With the physical body, like even if it's gentle movements like yin yoga or just light stretching. I have personally been doing qigong, and that really helps to move the energy circuits up and down the body. And even like if you're good at visualization, you can visualize energy moving up and down your body. That helps as well.
Nice, nice. Do you have any other messages before we move on to the channeling?
I might have a few. Yes, so deepening of psychic gifts. So for me, I've noticed my intuition, my psychic gifts have been like elevating, like slowly but surely, and like seeing like little blips of light, like at the corner of my eyes here and there. I've had that before, and sometimes it'll go away, but now it's back again. It's nothing medical or anything like that. It's just my gifts, like seeing beings, in like little color form. So that's coming back very prevalently. Even when I close my eyes, I can like, see like little blips of light here and there. And yes, energetic upgrades. Like everything is being upgraded. Like even things that you may not pay that much attention to,
Mhm.
it's like coming into the forefront now. Like you were saying, your diet and, get to the gym. It might seem little, but on a big scale for the physical body, it's a really big shift. So we want to pay attention to the messages that we're getting, the messages that our body is giving us. So if we need more rest, get more rest. If we need to move a little bit more, do that. Just take a loving awareness approach with that. Don't push yourself. Take it easy. Drink more water. Just cover the basics.
Right, right. I agree. I noticed that even with my own abilities, I can see in my mind's eye, I can see different beings on the other side, not just loved ones. But I notice now even angels are coming through. And they came through before, but now they're really being more interactive with me. And I'm also starting to see things at the corner of my eye. I'm like, oh, no, there's nothing there. Oh, oh. And I'm like, okay, I think I'm actually starting to really see things now, which I used to when I was a kid. But as I've gotten older, it gets a little scary. So you close that off. But I've asked to have that ability again. And over the past month, it's really it's really coming to the forefront. Last night, I was visiting a friend and we were standing outside, and I just kept like, I know she must have thought I was a little kooky, but I'm like, I know there's something moving here. I can see it. There's nothing there. Anyway.
Yeah, and it's coming through. You asked for it and it's being delivered. So expect it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go. Maybe.
And definitely with the angels, angel energy is landing. What's the word? It's landing in a way that's more noticeable to us. And even if you weren't aware of it before, you might be seeing little signs and synchronicities. You might be seeing pictures of angels like on a magazine or on TV. You might seeing little feathers here and there just randomly. Um, or if you're in tune with the energy, you just might be feeling a lot more angelic presence around you. So there are definitely light beings here with us, supporting us and helping us to raise our vibration so we can handle all the new things that are coming in for us.
I agree. It's almost as though the angels want to make their presence known now. Where before they were here, we knew they were here. We knew that, we have our guardian angel and we have different angels, but now as we move into, I guess, the age of Aquarius, they're ready to step into the light even more so and make their presence known. That's what that's what I'm getting. That's what
Yeah.
seems to be transferring to me. Transmuting.
And that's because we as a collective are taking a step forward to that. We are opening up our awareness on many different levels. And the closer that we get to them, the closer that they get to us. And so we start opening all of these channels, all our psychic gifts and our third eye, and we start seeing and experiencing all these things that were there before, but now it's more prevalent, it's more active, it's more readily available, if you will, to us.
Absolutely. And I think more people are going to come into their own gifts. Even those that don't believe, it's almost as though they don't really have a choice anymore as the time moves on, even in this year, as the days move on, things are being revealed, even with aliens, the government saying, hey, yeah, they're here. It's here. It's really hard to turn a blind eye on what's actually out there.
Yeah, and now's the time. Humanity has hit a level of readiness for this type of energy. and certain types of beings. Um, Definitely aliens, dragons, unicorns, fairies, and
The
other beings.
elemental.
Yes, yes, exactly. Exactly. So we're ready. As a collective, we are ready. And they are answering the call. They are showing up to us in ways that we can relate to, we can understand. And it's not just, oh, it's only for books or it's only for Hollywood movies. No, they are around and they've been here. They've been here. This is nothing new. It might be new to the individual, but
And I think it's new to Western civilization to believe in it. You know, you go to Ireland and they believe in fairies. They believe in all of this stuff. They see it. We're here, you know, the little people. But in, say, America, oh no, 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 no.
yeah, I have a friend who lives in Scotland and she's originally from Ireland and she channels witch energy.
Yeah.
And yeah,
St.
it's
Bridget.
definitely a thing, you know, that the different cultures believe in certain beings, and now they are definitely stepping forth and being channeled through all different types of people. And now's the time. It's exciting, golden time for opportunities.
I agree. So I know you have more messages, but a half an hour goes really fast. We only have like 10 minutes left, believe it or not. So I want to make sure that Lulu is channeled and whatever messages she wants to say for Lionsgate, um, I am open to, and hopefully anyone that's listening is open to. So I'm going to let you take the floor, and when you're ready,
Okay.
go ahead.
Greetings to all who have come to listen today. Thank you for being here to listen and receive the message of love. I, Lulu Rose Quartz, am transmitting the energy of unconditional love to everyone who is watching now and who will watch later. All you have to do is be in a place of receptivity. It is very easy to receive the desires, the wishes, the wants that you've been asking for. With this new energy that is upon humanity right now, it is waking up humanity. It is bringing in massive shifts and changes and awareness that has been hidden for many years, decades, millennia. But now, riding on the back of the golden frequency of the Lion's Gate, you can receive what you've been asking for. Golden opportunities abound all around. With the alignment of the Lion's Gate, the energy does not just go away because the date has passed. It lingers. It can strengthen when you take hold of it. Just because the date has passed doesn't mean you've missed your opportunity. The energy will answer to your call. Manifestation is abounding right now. You have not missed out on anything. Love is always here, Love is always open to you, but you have to receive it. You can always ask for love to stream down on you, to stream through you, to stream through your words, your actions. With every breath you take, every heartbeat, every step on Mother Earth, you can call in love to surround you. You can call in love to help your fellow neighbors. The heart, the chakra, is upgrading. Even though things are in chaos in certain areas of the world, the elements, such as water, such as fire, are taking on a role of cleansing, cleansing out the old, doing away with what no longer serves. It may seem harsh, it may seem cruel, Mother Nature knows exactly what to do. The elements know exactly what their job is at this time. Your patience is being asked for. Only good things will come from leaving the old, depleting the energies that no longer serve. Allow them to be depleted. You can let them go. Roots can grow under concrete, and shoots can grow up and break open the concrete. It may seem impossible, but it is not. Newness abounds everywhere. You can ask for awareness to see it. If you feel hopeless, know that a simple shift in your thoughts can change everything. There are cycles to everything, and this is not to be forgotten. Cycles have ups and cycles have downs, but it is all a process. It is safe to trust the process. It is safe to let go. It is safe to heal. It is safe to allow love in. Thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Hmm.
And I picked a card. I want to share it super quick because I know, it's not very much time. So, our ancient future. And this is pretty much sums up like a lot of the things that I was talking about. And this is from the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck with DNA activations and light frequency streaming in and activations coming forth. And I wanted to share that with the collective here. So, yeah, confirmation, and it's a golden time.
It is. It is. So we are down to our last minute or two. And I want to make sure that anybody that wants to see more of your work. So you have, by the way, my cat is going crazy after that reading. I mean, she is spinning and spinning on the floor here. She will not leave me alone. It's amazing how they pick up on the energy. The other one is just laying there, but this one, she goes wild for it. But where can we find you?
So everything you can find my work at denisealamo.com. And specifically for this show and the 88 Lions Gate, I created a DNA activation sound bath, which is on my SoundCloud account. And super easy, just go to denisealamo.com. I have the SoundCloud icon on there. Just click on that, and you can instantly download that free DNA activation.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Do you teach any courses, or is there any other channeling that we can hear?
In the process. Okay. I have a few things in the work.
Good. Because I know a lot of people would love to hear your messages, her messages, Lulu's messages. Like I said, I get texts and DMs of when you're coming back. So I know people would love to hear them. So, but thank you. I just want to say thank you for coming on the show. Hopefully you will be back with more messages. I would love to ask Lulu about love and healing and what's in store for 2024 and the age of Aquarius. But everyone else that is watching, thank you so much for joining us. And I will see you next week with another guest, or maybe doing readings next week. I'm not sure. So, but thank you so much. And thank you again, Denise and Lulu, for coming on. So, no.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for the mini medium with Stephanie Cowan. Live from tarotwithsteph.net.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is the mini medium
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
All right. Hi, guys. Hi, friends. Happy Wednesday. I just had a little thing go in my eye just there a moment. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. And happy crazy super moon day. I don't know if any of you have been feeling the energy, but I sure have. It's been a very, very interesting, energetic day for me, for sure. I've been kind of all over the place, and then also just feeling a bit drained, I guess. I don't know. I think I need to go and do some more grounding and see what I can do to get more connected to, Mother Earth and all of that beautifulness. But I'll be doing a little bit of moon work tonight. So hopefully you all will be going out and enjoying and seeing that beautiful super moon tonight, depending, I guess, where you are here in the US. But it's, two supermoons. So we've got the supermoon that actually was technically yesterday, but we also feel that beautiful energy today. Then the 30th, the end of this month, we have the blue moon. And the blue moon just basically is saying that we have two full moons in a calendar month. And that one also is going to be a super moon. So lots of crazy, amazing, beautiful energy. And then on top of that, for those of you who are familiar with when the moon is out and that full moon, especially these very strong full moons, then the veil between us and the other side. So the veil between us and, heaven or wherever, the spiritual world is very thin. And when that veil is very thin, that is where mediums really can connect even more. It's more in tune, I guess the best way I can put it. It's like a radio station when you're trying to tune into a certain channel, right? And sometimes it's a little fuzzy and you get bits and pieces. Well, when we have a full moon, especially one of these super moons, then you get right in and tune right in and get to hear things even more clear. So not only hear, but you can feel and see, and then have what I call thoughts that I know are not my own. So it's incredible. This is one of my favorite times to actually do readings and to tap into my mediumship. So we'll see how tonight goes. I will be, of course, at 7:30 Mountain Time. I'll be on my Stephanie's Tarot reading page, and we'll be doing my 1 hour of free, 2 hours, 2 hours of free readings. And I love doing that. So after my podcast, I get a little bit of a break and then hop on my Facebook and do some free readings for a couple hours and do giveaways and drawings and all sorts of things. And just a reminder, I mentioned it last week, but my website is up and it is so much better. And you can now book your private reading through there, or parties, or even I do Reiki. So if you're wanting any kind of energy healing, then you can go right directly there and schedule. And it is so nice now. It's saving me so much time. And I feel very grateful, very, very grateful for the gal that I've hired as an assistant, which my schedule's gotten so busy I needed to. So crazy, amazing, more good things coming, and just incredible. So on my website, go check it out. It is mini-medium.com. So mini-medium.com. And on there, you can see all of the fun stuff and testimonials now and pictures and events and all this fun stuff. So have some really fun events that I have been invited to in September. So if you're in the Utah area, or if you want to just come out and visit, then come out and see me at those events. But okay, well, let's go ahead and I always laugh every time I see these affirmations, because I just, I go with my visions and what I've been getting. And, today has been a very interesting visual connection with all of my gifts. And so the number 10 has been very predominant in my visions. So 10 is, for those who know how I connect through my gifts, 10 is my sign for October. 10 is going to be the 10th of a month. 10 will be the age of 10. There's a connection there. So it's very, fairly broad. But I'll tell you, we get those beautiful messages in, and then we validate them. Just the beautiful synchronicities and everything flows beautifully. So, and speaking of flowing beautifully, the affirmation for today, or for this week, says, I soothe away anxiety and stress by choosing to do the things that help me relax. So how funny is that? And I'm telling you, I count these out as we're on and count the 10th card, and that's where the universe, is going to give us our message. And so literally today I had a lot of kind of anxiousness and a little bit of wasn't too sure about how I was feeling. It was weird, and we're having some crazy storms here too. But so I went outside and took my cute little mini schnauzer. Her name's Gypsy, and went outside and sat in the grass, put my feet in, and just enjoyed grounding, and it just helped. And so it's perfect. So I soothe away anxiety and stress by choosing to do the things that help me relax. So I hopefully, especially during the supermoon, that you all can go do something that helps you to relax in case, this energy causes you anxiety or stress, or maybe that's just, regardless of the moon energy, right? So, all right. Well, beautiful. I am excited and seeing how readings go tonight. And I can feel the energy has been pretty incredible already. So we'll take my first caller, and this is Audrey. And Audrey is in Santa Monica, California. Hi, Audrey.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. This is your mini medium. How can I help you tonight, hon?
I was hoping to connect with someone that I lost earlier this year.
Okay, okay, you bet. All right. Well, if you heard just a bit ago, I was mentioning how just incredible that when we have these, full moons and these super moons, that the veil is so thin between us and the other side. So today is a beautiful day and perfect, especially for mediums to connect with the other side. So I'm going to just take a moment. It'll be quiet for a little bit here, so bear with me. I just want to see what I can get. Okay. Okay. Just one. Okay. So one of the things that I do, kind of a tool that I use, or a way of channeling, is by doing automated writing, or it's also called psychography. And that's where just kind of scribbling and writing things, and it helps to get the energy and everything out. And it also helps to open up those channels to your loved ones. Okay. Okay, I want to ask first the feeling I'm getting right now, and this is where I really love when I don't know anything about who you're wanting to channel. Some will ask for names or birth dates, but I really like to start very raw. And the first feeling I'm getting immediately is very male driven. I'm going very male, it's an energy that I've just, after 27 years of doing this, I just know if it's male or female. So may I ask, is the person you were hoping to connect with, is this a male?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. And then as I was starting to bring him in, immediately I kept seeing the number 17, so 17, and this is going to be, the 17th of a month, the age of 17. Occasionally, this can be January 7th. This is how I channel. Do you connect with that number 17 right away?
Not really. Yeah, not really.
Okay. So please just keep that in mind. There's some reason why that number has been very predominant and very strong. Now, okay. Let me ask, do you have any, as far as who this male is, well, let me just tell you, he's showing me St. Patrick's Day, which is the 17th. And there's where I feel like he's trying to get me to it's almost like playing charades some days. But anytime I see that holiday, I can't help but think of drinking and I mean, that's what we do on St. Patrick's Day in a sense. But and then he really is showing me some issues with either drinking or with the liver, because he's shown me that green, which is also the sign of liver. Do you connect with that with him?
I think, in his past, like, maybe, like, he had issues with that, but not leading up to his death, no.
Okay, that's okay. But he was old enough to be able to drink and have a good time and party. Is that right? This was not unusual. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay. Oftentimes I will also get names, and one of the names that I'm hearing, I get them in syllables, and very kind of cryptic like as well. But I keep getting, I keep seeing the letter E, and so I'm getting, like an Evan or Edward. But I keep seeing an E, and then he shows me, and then I hear Travis or Trevor, so TR. Do you connect with that name?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I have no one presently with a letter T name that passed or some, like, family or friends or anything like that.
Okay. Do you, I feel like he's addressing the TR, so Travis or Trevor Trent. It seems to me this is like a mutual friend, whether they're still living in the, they're here in the physical or in the spiritual realm. But there's a significance of why that name's important. So if it's not resonating right away, I want you to keep in mind of even just close friends, because there's definitely a connection with even that name being involved or knowing more about his passing. So, so please keep that in mind, okay?
Sure.
Can you tell me what his name is, please?
Everyone just called him Jay.
Just the letter J?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now, couple things that I'll tell you, he's really, there definitely is some connection with the T and the R, because he's not letting this go. So in this very well, if this is your person you're wanting to channel, this J, okay. With his passing, how do you connect with, immediately I'm getting tingling in my head and within my neck. So I've got a lot of connection with the head or the neck area. Did he pass of anything of the head or the neck?
He used to get headaches.
But pretty predominantly. I mean, we're talking pretty, not as standard everyday headache that people deal with. This seems to be like there was more to issues that he struggled with when he was here. So, and even the sense of that, I'll tell you, may I ask, did they, and you can say just yes or no, but did they do an autopsy on him?
Yeah, they performed one. I'm not sure if they did a toxicology, but yeah, they definitely did the autopsy.
Okay, okay. You know, I feel like there's more to, boy, please keep that T name, that TR, like, and then, you know, even not so much it has to be male, but he's very much showing me that, like, Teresa, or, you know, but they are still here in the physical world. They are still living, but they know more about his passing. And really just, he mentions the autopsy and that they need to be more mindful, I guess, if you will, of something to do with the head, with the impact of what happened, even with the head. So, and or the neck, by the way. And
Okay.
yeah, did this happen literally within just the last 6 months?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's very fresh. He says he's still transitioning, but he really needs. Boy, I'll tell you the next thing I just heard from him. Boy, I know I've got another caller, but he's a talker. If this is Jay, but there is an overwhelming sense of just of soulmate long-term love towards you. So whether this be that you were connected romantically or just good friends, but he's coming across that he had a very strong love towards you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. And he says that, I just heard him say, tell her I would have got the ring. Do you understand what that means?
Yeah.
Okay. Please think about that name, that TR. I have no doubt, my friend, this is him, because he's very adamant that that person knows more about his passing and could very well answer a lot of unanswered questions. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, all right, my friend, you're so welcome. And if you are still up and you're interested, on my Stephanie's Tarot reading page tonight at 7:30, so in about an hour, I do readings then. We may even be able to get more if you want to hop on there.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, you're welcome,
Okay.
hon. All right, have a good night.
Okay. You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, all right. We've got another caller. I'm telling you all the crazy messages coming in already, but this is Misty in Los Angeles. Hi, Misty.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. How can I help you tonight?
Hello.
How can I help you tonight, hon?
Hi. I was just curious just if there's any message or anything for me.
Okay. And are you speaking of wanting a message from loved ones that have passed, or just a general message for you?
Yeah, just some loved ones that have passed.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, let me, as I was doing with my last caller, let me see what I get here. Now, I didn't ask my last caller this because I didn't feel a connection right away with it, but if I tell you the number 10, which has been my number that's been very, very strong within my visions today, do you connect that 10 to whether it be October, the 10th of the month, the age of 10? Do you connect that with any loved ones that have crossed over?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Not that I.
Okay. I just I just heard, this is what happens when my clairaudient kicks in. And I just heard so I want you to keep in mind this is someone who is still here in the physical world, but has that October birthday, or has a birthday coming up here in the next week within 10 days. So someone on the other side is very adamant that that we recognize that. So, but keep that in mind if it doesn't click right away, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Do you connect with, I don't get this name or this letter very often, but I keep hearing the very V name, like V, like Violet or Veronica or Victor. So I'm getting that strong V name that has crossed over, that has passed.
No.
Okay. Okay. I have a feeling that okay, I feel like you'll connect with this, because I'll tell you, and really who I'm starting to feel that is starting to come through. Well, you've got a lot, my friend. There's a lot of energy, and they're correcting me in the sense that in Roman numerals the V is the number 5. So this isn't so much the V name as it is the Roman numeral, which is 5. So this is going to be the month of May, or the 5th of a month. Yeah, okay. Who is the grandmother that has passed that's connected to you? But I feel she's oh, go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying yes, my grandma.
Okay. Now, does that 5 connect with her that you are connecting with or aware of?
No.
Okay. She says yes. I hear her say, tell her yes, that this is now. May is also Mother's Day, so Mother's Day is very much and even that feeling coming from her that whether she was like a mom to you or helped to raise you, because she's very much referring to that being a relationship or connection you had with her. So were you very close with this grandmother?
Yes.
And do you connect with, I'm getting Marianne, I'm getting MAR.
Mariah.
And who is Mariah?
She was one of my good friends.
Okay, and she has passed?
Yes.
Okay. Your grandmother, it's interesting because your grandmother, even as I feel that very mother energy coming from her, she's really having to help Mariah come forward. There's a sense of needing your grandmother's energy to help her to channel. And so I feel that, okay. Okay. Your friend Mariah just, there's a sense of, she shows me the number 21. And so, and then she's shown me the two of you just being, or if you went out to bars all the time, you partied all the time, but there's that connection of having that relationship together. And I really feel too, I know I have a couple minutes here, but this friend, Mariah, I do feel that she is, well, I'll tell you, you guys are a lot like soul sisters, that feeling I'm getting from her. Do you understand that connection that she's showing me?
Yeah, we were close, like more like family than friends.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Well, I'll tell you, my friend, this was where I knew this was going to happen tonight, because there's so much going on with this full moon. I've got about 45 seconds, but the connection I want you to know with her really is, and I hear her say to just let you know that, and I just hear her over and over, I wasn't afraid to die, that I'm okay. I just hear her say, I'm okay, I'm at peace. So I hope that even just that little bit can give you some comfort, and also knowing that she's with your grandma, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And if you are interested, hop on my Stephanie's Tarot reading page tonight on Facebook, and we may be able to continue and pick up more, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, hon, you're welcome. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
All right, perfect. Oh, these nights go by fast. Well, I am your mini medium, you guys. Thank you so much. Tonight was crazy, but I will see you next week. Bye, guys.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Understanding Spirit with Mary Shapano. Mary Shapano. Live from MaryVCircles.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Understanding Spirit
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of A1R Psychic Radio, and my show is Understanding Spirit. While I wait to see if a caller comes through, I was going through some of my stuff. I was actually looking for a particular book, didn't find my book, however, I did find other things. And I had a bit of a flashback in my life when I was trying to develop and harness and understand the abilities that were just coming to me. And I found a book that I had been working through all my notes and whatever. Now we've been talking about auras, and I found this. So here's just a photo of how some mediums might see auras for everyone to have a little bit of a better understanding. Well, they're the chakras in the middle, but you can see like how there's colors around, which just gives you a little bit of an understanding of how we might be seeing the auras and different colors around people. Okay. And then I found where I had to practice drawing auras. Sadly, my drawings have not improved, but that's okay. I'll show you. We've got a caller. So I'll take the caller and we'll talk about it again. Hello, is this Danielle?
Yes.
Hi, Danielle. Where are you from?
I'm from Arizona, the United States.
Nice to meet you. How can I help you today?
Do you have any messages for me?
Do you know, I have a lot of spirit around me right now. So I'm going to go with the first one that ran in, and I'm going to see if he's connected to you. Are you after anyone in particular?
Yes, I'm asking about somebody in particular. Do you want his name?
Yes, please. That might help.
Okay, it's Shane.
James?
Shane. Shane. Shane.
Oh, Shane. Sorry. My hearing, clearly I'm getting older. Okay. All right, I'll got his name down, so we'll see if this is Shane. If not, you might be able to recognize this spirit anyway. Okay, he come in and he's dressed like he came jogging in, and he had like a headband and shorts. He looked very much like, I don't know, 70s, 80s kind of dress. And he has got dark hair. Do you connect with that at all?
No.
He the past around that, like in that time period?
No, I don't know anybody.
That's okay. That's all right, because he just sort of, this spirit ran in, and I just want to see if that that one is connected with you. Okay. All right. I'll just sort of see if I can get Shane in. There's also an while I'm doing that, there's also an older lady with a walking stick, needs assistance walking. Can you identify with her?
You said an older lady?
Yeah, she's an older lady and she had a walking stick. She needed assistance walking before she passed.
Okay, yeah, my grandmother.
Okay, all right, because I was going to say she'd be like a grandmother to you. I'll have a chat with her. The first thing she's saying to me is, I'm here for you, and to tell you that when you call. Okay. Now, there is a female, I feel like there's a female that was assisting her, well, certainly in spirit, but, and she's showing me some stomach issues. Does that make sense?
For the older lady or another lady?
The older lady is showing me stomach issues. She's rubbing her stomach area.
No, I don't think my grandma had stomach issues. She died of a heart attack.
Okay, all right. She hasn't pointed to her heart. Is the stomach issue related to you at all? She might be even talking about you.
Yes, I've been having some stomach issues.
Okay, all right. Just so we know where we're going with this. Okay. She's giving it to me like it might be something like fibroids or something like that, but I'm seeing them like blasted with laser or something. Does that make sense?
I do have fibroids.
Okay. All right. And have you had to have laser treatment for it?
No, not yet. I haven't had
Okay.
any kind of treatment yet.
Okay. All right. I'll just see, because she's showing me the laser treatment for that. Okay.
Oh.
So you might want to, I mean, I'm not a doctor, I'm going by, you know, what your grandmother's directing you towards, but you might want to go and get a checkup and just see where you stand with that. Okay. And I can hear her saying, better safe than sorry. Like, you know, don't let it get worse, where it might cause you, you know, discomfort or pain. Okay.
Okay.
See what else she wants to tell you. She's showing me that you're very much like in your head at the moment. Does that make sense to you?
I'm an overthinker, so yeah.
Yeah, gotta do it. Is there somebody, is this not somebody, is there something that is troubling you right now? Because I see you in your thoughts, you're kind of like pacing up and down with your thoughts about something in particular. Does that make sense?
There's a lot of stuff going on at home, so yeah.
She's pointing towards finances. That's the first thing she's coming up with. Does that resonate with you? Okay.
Yes, it does.
And all I can hear is saying is that you're like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? You're trying to work out your finances.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And she's saying spend less, keep more. Okay, so obviously spend less, save. So I don't know if you've been spending a little bit lately, and she's trying to get you to hold back. Does that make any sense?
Not so much the spending,
Okay.
but I can see what she's telling me.
Yeah. Have you been doing, because she's showing me online, I'm trying to see where she's going with this. Have you done any online purchasing?
Yes, I just bought my granddaughter's school clothes and shoes.
Okay, that's what she's talking about. Not that I'm saying you shouldn't buy your granddaughter gifts, okay? But this is what she's talking about, okay? Just so you can have a clearer understanding what the message is, all right?
Okay.
Let's see, what else should I say? Did, okay, so I'm not sure, because I'm from Australia and I don't know, like I know like with softball, if you're, I think it's softball, where you can skid into a base. I'm just seeing skidding and kind of like falling. So I don't know if she's showing me softball or if she's showing me that somebody slid and fell. Does that make any sense to you?
Well, I don't play. I used to play softball when I was younger, but that was like 30 years ago.
That's okay, because they can just be bringing up a memory for you. All right, it's their way of validating that I'm communicating with them, so that you can be like, yeah, that was my grandmother, you know, because I wouldn't know that about you. Okay, so I could kind of pick any sport, you know. All right, I'll see. And did she come and watch your games and or be very encouraging around that?
Yeah, she did come to watch me, even though she was older.
Yeah, okay.
My mom.
Yeah, because she's showing me that she was very encouraging when you played. She's making me feel like you didn't always feel like you were the best player, or you were harsh on yourself. That you always felt you weren't always doing your best or good enough. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's just kind of my personality.
Okay, all right. Because she's showing me, that she was constantly nurturing around this and encouraging you. Okay. Let's see what else she wants to say to you. She's also saying to me to tell you, don't make promises that you can't keep. And I feel like you really want to help somebody, but it's like you kind of say you're going to do something, and then you kind of like, it's not that you don't want to, but then you're like, I don't know if I can do that. Does that make any sense?
Okay.
Huh?
Well, I kind of do a lot for other people, and people keep telling me I need to focus more on self-care.
Yeah. Okay. So because I saw it as like all of a sudden it's like I don't have the energy, like I want, like in your head you want to do something, but you can't get yourself. You think, I don't know how I'm going to find the time or commit to doing that, but the wanting is certainly there for you. Right? She's giving you a message before I have to go, and she's saying, keep your chin up. Everything is gonna work out, and she's around you, and she's saying you can talk to her, and she will assist. Just ask Spirit for help. Okay. All right.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. I'm sorry I couldn't get Shane in, but she stepped forward. So I feel like you needed to hear from her today. But hopefully next time Shane will come through, okay, for you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Danielle. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, see ya. Okay, thank you, everyone. For watching. Spirit have a mind of their own, and whoever wants to come in from the other side will come in first. Take care, smile, stay well. I'll see you all next week. Bye.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Soul to Soul with Medium Kelly Kristen. Live from MediumKellyKristen.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Soul to Soul
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Soul to Soul. I am your host, Medium Kelly Kristen, and as always, it's fabulous to be here with you tonight. I hope everyone's doing well. I am actually doing really well tonight. I feel like while we're waiting for a caller, I want to chat with you about something that I really love, and that is psychic detection. So I have this idea that if we could get together and have like a collaboration of psychics that worked on different cases, and we each had our superpower, I think that would be fun because, you'll see it on social media or just like in the newspaper, on the news, that the police do not contact psychics, but I know for a fact that's not true. They do. Even the FBI works with psychics. But my idea is, what if we had a group and each person had like their own little superpower? So, like for instance, there's so many different ways that you can use your psychic abilities on cases. There is clairvoyance, so seeing, right? Being able to see maybe past, present, future. You might see where the victim is now. You might see the suspect. There's just so many different things you can see. So that would be one way you could use your psychic abilities with psychic detection. Another way, telepathy, getting in the brain or in the head of the victim or the perpetrator. There's numerology. So, I mean, that's fascinating in itself, using dates, times, maybe the address to come up with some sort of a timeline for the police. There is automatic writing, and automatic writing, generally we think about like writing things out like a sentence or word, little sentence. But it can also be a picture, a street sign, a number, anything. And that leads me to my next psychic ability, which is not mine. I wish this were mine. Psychic portrait artist. I wish I could do that, but I'm not good at it. But that would be, I think that actually could be a lot of validation for the police or working on a case. It could be a portrait of a perpetrator, someone they don't know, they weren't thinking about, or someone they were thinking about, and it could be validation. So there's lots of different ways that we can use our psychic abilities for psychic detection. And if it sounds interesting to you, and I promise I wasn't plugging my class, but I am offering a class next week that anybody's welcome to come to. It's on Monday and Thursday, and we're going to be working on a cold case and current, I guess, not cold case, but current case. And the class is from 6 to 7:30 PST. And if you're watching me right now, my website address will go along the bottom, but it's mediumkellykristen.com. You can also sign up on Eventbrite or Humanitix under my name as well, Medium Kelly Kristen. You don't need any experience, but if it sounds fun, I wish you would join me. And I'm glad we got our caller fast. So, Maria, I missed it. Are you in Vancouver, British Columbia?
I am. I'm in Vancouver. Yes, I am.
Very, very nice. That's where my family is from. So
lovely.
Yeah, beautiful. How are you this evening?
I'm good.
Good. So what kind of, what were you looking for tonight? Were you looking for a psychic reading, mediumship? Do you have questions? What can I help you with?
A psychic reading, actually. I'm just going to pull over. Just give me a second.
Oh.
I just got gas.
Okay. All right.
Just hang on.
Let me know when you're ready.
Hang on. Yeah, I'm good. Just hang on a second here. Just keep it safe here. Yeah. Okay, I'm good. I would love to know a little bit more about the reality that's going to unfold between me and the potentiality of selling my house and uncoupling with my partner, who's been extremely abusive.
Okay. All right. So how that's going to kind of all unfold, right?
Mm.
Okay. Oh, let me just fill into you a little bit. It feels like, and I feel like you've already done this, but it feels like you need to face your true feelings, like speak your truth. And I feel like you are doing that, but it feels like it's almost like I want to take a breath and say, congratulations, you're finally doing this. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So just being your authentic self, and it feels almost like getting back to your true self, right? And who you really are. Um, it feels very much like you have this powerhouse within you. It's almost like you got on you now that you're on, I don't want to use a train as an analogy, but now that you're on this train, you're going to keep moving and you're not going to get off of it. So it feels like you actually, I want to use the word courage, but you actually are standing up for yourself and are ready to be independent. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So all of that feels really good. It also feels, and I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent there for a second, but you want to know how the potential sale of your home, is that what you said?
Yeah, I just want to know. I don't know if you have a timeline. You know, I'm getting a lot of passive aggressive stuff from this person, and it's beyond ugly. I was actually sick with colitis up until February, and I've managed to crack the code. And in March, the psychiatrist cracked the code and realized that my husband has been abusing me by putting me under the Mental Health Act of the hospital repeatedly since 2018.
Oh gosh. Okay. That just gave me the chills. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
So this is you know, this situation, you know, initiated in 2011 in July when I decided not to be with somebody that came, you know, that was giving me an escape window, and I gave my loyalty to my husband, you know, too many times. And when I came back in July 2011, he told me if I ever tried to leave me, he would hunt me down and kill me. In 2015, no, 2014, I was diagnosed with colitis. In 2018, he managed to get me diagnosed mentally ill, and then I couldn't believe it, to be honest with you. Skies parted in March, and the psychiatrist said, I see every hospitalization is due to your husband. And then when he put me back in April, the psychiatrist from 2021 apologized to me. So I'm just, this is somebody who I honestly, I can only assume that, well, I know that he had a lot of rancor towards his parents, and it's been unleashed on myself. Now his parents have passed away. It's been a year. His mother's passed away a year now. And it just doesn't seem like this person is going to, you know, go easily into that dark night. Does that make any sense?
Right.
And leave
Yes.
me alone. Because it doesn't matter what I
abs-
agree to. It's not good enough. Every time I agree to something, he takes the opposite way. So I just wonder when this tyranny is going to be finally over. And short of me praying that he'll pass away, which is what was doing last weekend, I had to take myself out of that dark space and, you know, burn it with golden light and blast, you know, blast the cords and heal the ancestry on both sides, which is lightened up for my reality at all. I'm just wondering if there's any indication as to when this is going to abide.
All right. Whew. I got a lot of chills when you were talking. And so for me, when I was giving you that analogy of being on the train, I feel like the train is in motion. It's moving forward. It's going actually rather fast. And I feel like this time you're not going to get off, because I feel like in the past you may have started on this journey of separating and you know, step back or had health issues, right? So I feel like this is going to actually go rather quickly, because I feel like you're actually stepping into your own truth and realizing how important your self-worth is, and I see you actually being able to separate now. It almost feels like two sides, your past and then your future. It just feels like there's with this end, this big new beginning comes. And I'm not going to lie, I feel like this is going to be hard, but I don't feel like it's going to be as hard as what you've already gone through. It feels very good for you. I do for some reason, I do feel like I want to mention, I hope you are either are thinking about somehow contacting law enforcement. I hope they're involved in some way. I don't know why I want to say that, but not that I think anything bad's going to happen to you at all. That's not what I feel. I just feel like almost like protection. Like if you were to try to actually venture out on your own, possibly having calling law enforcement to be with you. Would you understand? Would that make sense to you at all?
Yeah, law enforcement has been a total fail. When I got a protection order against my husband, and I was told by the judge to to deliver it to the Burnaby RCMP. The Burnaby RCMP victimized me again because of all the history. They actually made me homeless for the night, if you can believe that.
I cannot believe
And
that.
gave him legal advice to have the protection order removed. Actually, I have the text of the shelter that they wanted me to go to. So I continually ask myself, what up? Because he managed even with the medical report, discharge report from the 21st of April, saying that they believe that my husband has been abused. They concur with the mental health clinician from December the 31st of 2021 that he's been abusing me by putting me under the Mental Health Act. It even goes so far as to say that my, quote, mental health issues are due to the abuse of my husband. The judge still removed the emergency. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's what I'm feeling. And I'm, please understand, I cannot give you legal advice, right, or anything like that, but I just felt there was some component with law. And then, so I feel like this is, you're moving on to bigger and brighter things. And I feel like you actually have the courage. Everything you're just telling me, from the tone in your voice to what you're telling me, feels very good for you and positive for you. And believe it or not, this goes by so fast. We are out of time. I wish you the best of luck. And I feel like there's a big new journey ahead for you. And I feel like you have the strength to do it.
Okay,
so with
thank
that,
you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay. And with that, everyone, I will see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. Good night.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Your Time to Shine with Julie Yeager-Walker. Live from Wings of Souls with Julie.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Your Time to Shine
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening and welcome to the show this evening. I'm so happy to have you. Hope you are all doing well on this first few days of August. It's hard to believe that we are halfway through our year, halfway through our summer. It's crazy. You know, the thing that is really fantastic is my good friend Melinda and I have announced our retreat. We are having a retreat in Bonnyville, Alberta, Canada, October 15th or 14th and 15th. So excited to have this opportunity to do this for the healing aspect of it and the meditations and all the great things that are going to come about from this retreat. We have it posted on our websites, and you can find more information about this retreat and how to sign up and get your tickets to be at this event at wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. And at the top, you will see it is listed as Angel Within Retreat. And there you can find all the details to buy tickets and know exactly where it's going to be located and some of the great things that we're going to be doing during that time. So do check it out on my website. And you can also reach out to me on my Facebook page, Julie Yeager Walker Medium, and I can help you out there. I've got it posted there as well. So I was sitting down before the show and I was doing a little bit of journaling, and it's always really interesting what comes through. When I sit down to journal, I just ask what it is that I am needing to know. And as I'm journaling and writing and things are coming through, I went, wow, this is what I need to share with other people. And I got a big yes. So because I really can't remember what I wrote down because I was journaling, because it was coming through, not coming from me, I am going to read a little excerpt of what I wrote because it's so interesting. People talk about how, you shouldn't live in the past. And believe me, I'm all about not living in the past, living and looking towards the future and what I have right now in the present. However, what came through was really interesting, and it brought in some really fantastic awareness. And it also has to do with some of the things that I realized over the weekend. So it's all tying together. But what I was shown and what I was told is, see how far you have come. Oh, excuse me, hold on here. You must look back to see how far you have come before you can embrace the growth and see where you have been. It's not bad to reflect on your past, your experiences, and your journey. Just don't reside there. Don't unpack your bags and get comfortable. Get comfortable with getting uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is growth, expansion, and learning. So I thought that was really interesting. It's okay to reflect back on your past, just don't live there, right? So many of us are so into getting through the past, letting it go. And even that is true for me, right? Get through the past, learn from it, and then let it go. And so you can move on. This weekend, my husband and I went out on the Tualatin River here in the Portland area. And it's the first time that we've taken the kayaks out for 3 years. Now, some of you may know that our house had a water leak, which turned into some mold, which turned into really toxic mold. And our entire family got really, really sick from it, even our pets. And we had to move out and leave. So it's taken about 3 years for me to get through all of this. 3 years ago, we took the kayaks out and I could barely make it for an hour. And if you know me, I used to be an avid paddler, a dragon boater. I could be out there for many hours doing that type of thing. So when we went out this weekend, we were out there for about 3 hours and paddled up the river and then back. And we was probably about 8 miles that we traveled in that 3 hours. And yes, I was tired, but not in the way that it was 3 years ago. And so it made me stop and realize, wow, I've really come a long ways. All of the things that I'm doing is working and I'm seeing the results. Just may not be as quickly as I would hope for, but it really gave me the understanding of looking back so that I could reflect on where I've been and where I'm headed. And that was all that was being brought through to me tonight as I sat here and journaled. And it's so important for all of you to also take a look and reflect. Where were you 6 months ago, a year ago, 3 years ago, to where you are now? And what types of things can you look at and say, wow, look how far I've come. Look at the progress I have made. And look at the things that I have learned and the leaps and the bounds that I have taken. Because if we can't be in the awareness of how far we've come, recognize that and pat ourselves on the back, all of it feels as if it's for nothing. And so it's really important for us to give ourselves the credit where credit is due and take a look at how far we really have come. Because I'm sure for a lot of you, like me, you have really come a very long way. You just haven't stopped to think about it, to be in awareness, or reflect back on the past. So take a moment and do that. Do that for yourself. Give yourself that allowance to be able to do that and to be in that gratitude and be in that pure joy of, wow, this is my journey and this is where I've come from. And give yourself a big, big hug because you deserve it. All right. We are going to go to the phone lines right now. And we have Sherry in West Haven, Connecticut. Good evening, Sherry, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hi, thank you, and thank you for taking my call tonight.
Absolutely. What can I do for you this evening?
Now, I'm not sure if I can ask a question. Can I do that?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay, because I wasn't sure what type of reading it was, if it was something different. Sometimes they do different readings. I've been working on myself for about 8 years, so I've been out of the limelight, so to speak, as far as dating goes. And I'm ready to meet somebody nice. I'm just ready to do it, and I'm wondering if you can tell me if there's going to be anybody special in my life coming along.
So Sherry, it's really interesting as you're talking, I'm seeing all this cheering going on behind you. You have a lot of support and they are cheering you on and they are saying, yes, she recognizes how much work that she has put in to herself and honoring herself. And they want you to know that's fantastic and that you've really done an amazing job of doing all of that. And so first and foremost, they want to make sure that you are recognizing that and giving credit where credit is due. And they're saying, yes, finally, we're ready to get back into the saddle and do this again. So they're showing me that because you have taken all this time to work on you, and you've really grown and taken that time, that the person that you are asking to attract into your life is going to be there more so than had you not taken the time to do all of that, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're showing me is that because of all the work, there is someone who is coming into your life. They're saying it's going to be just a little bit more time before that person shows up, but most definitely they are recognizing the fact that you're ready for this, that you're ready for the next step. They're asking you to look at the type of person that you want to show up in your life. And so sitting down with that and writing out some of the some of the things that you are hoping to find in a significant other, right? And then do the visualization, right? The manifestation of that piece of it. So then that person, so they're showing me it's like that person's energy and your energy can align, okay? And for them to be able to come in easier for you. You kind of thought about the type of person that you want, but you haven't they're asking you to take it a step further, okay? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so it's going to be something that I have to manifest, actually, correct?
Yes. But what they're saying is just get very clear on what it is that you're looking for.
Okay.
Because if we don't get clear on what it is, then somebody could come in and you go, okay, so why is this person entering my life right now, right? So it's about getting very clear about some of those attributes, right? That is important because you've learned from past relationships, right?
Right.
And it's about, saying, okay, well, I know what I don't want, right? So then
I can give you a list of that. Yeah.
Exactly. So then get clear on what it is that you really are asking for and looking for. Okay.
Okay. And I'm just wondering, could that person already be around me, or is it going to be somebody you think brand new?
I don't think you know this person yet. They keep showing me pictures of outdoors and hiking, like being with a group of people and hiking. Are you with a group or somebody that does that type of activity?
Not yet. I'm not. No. I mean, I have friends I go out to eat with and stuff, but no, we haven't hiked or anything.
Okay. Hold on just a moment. They're showing me that this person that's coming into your life is very outdoorsy, very much likes nature and being in nature. And there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of hiking and being in that environment. So, but I see you with a large group, doing these types of things.
Okay.
It's almost like you're going to meet
possible.
it's almost like you're going to meet somebody like in a group like that.
Okay.
So
that sounds good.
Yeah. This person is, like I said, is very outdoorsy, has a really fantastic sense of humor, and is very lighthearted. They're like, this person's very light. And so your team is showing me that when you meet this person, you're going to know it's going to be this lightness about being around this person. When you think of this person, it's very light.
Okay, that sounds very good.
Yeah, there's no heaviness in this at all.
Okay. All right, well, that's something to look forward to.
Yes, it sounds very exciting to me.
It does. Okay, well, thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Next, we have Sherry in Sanford, Maine. Good evening, Sherry, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
What can I do for you this evening?
I'm just wondering if anybody that has passed on that's close to me is coming through.
So, do you have a specific question? Or are you just looking for a general kind of overall message?
Yeah, just a general overall message.
Okay. Give me a moment here to tune in, and then I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
So Sherry, there's a female coming forward. She has a very motherly way about her, but she's telling me that she's not a mother. She's not your mother. But that there was a connection between the two of you. She's showing me that you've had a very heavy heart over the last little bit, and she's feeling that along with you.
Okay.
It feels like that there's been a lot of sadness and a lot of grieving, like this energy around you for some time. And they're saying that you're taking a lot on, and taking a lot on that maybe isn't really yours. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. So they're saying that you don't need to carry all of that, that you can let that go.
Okay.
Okay. And try to stay within your energy, and stay within the things that you can actually control.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And that will lighten your load. It's like just by saying that, it feels like there's like a lift, like things have been lifted from you.
Right. Okay.
I'm getting the message, this is going to turn around. It's not always going to be this way. It may feel that way right now. And they want you to know to not give up, because this is not the new norm. Okay. They're saying like it's a phase, it's a bump in the road. And I know that they're saying it feels a lot bigger than that. And they're saying if you can take a step back and look at the situation from like a larger view, like we get so focused as humans, we kind of get the blinders on a little bit. And so they're saying if you can step back and look at the larger view of things, and as your view goes out farther and farther and farther, the situation changes and it doesn't feel as heavy. It doesn't feel maybe as bleak as what it looks like when you're zeroed in on all the little details, because you're very detail oriented. And you want every little box checked. And boy, can I relate to this. I'm this way too.
Yeah.
You want to have every little box checked. You're a planner, and you can't always plan for things. Okay. So they're saying when you can step back and take a look at the larger picture, it's like it almost takes that pressure off, right? And then knowing that you're only responsible for you, nobody else, just you.
Okay.
And it's okay to say no.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Big message right there. It's okay to say no. They're repeating it to me. You don't have to be everybody's savior.
Okay. Perfect.
It feels good when we are the savior, right? It makes us feel good. We're doing something positive and something good. But they're saying, look into yourself, be the savior for you. And that's not looking at it from a selfish standpoint. It's being realistic, and it's bringing that back to you so you can stay in your own energy, so then you can help others. Because right now your tank is empty. There's there's nothing more to give.
Right.
And so to be able to fill your own tank and say no and be okay with saying no, because people understand if you can't do it. So take that pressure off of yourself, right? By saying, oh, I need to go do that. I need to do that for that person, or I need to do this, or I need no, just say no and take care of you and fill your tank so that you can rejuvenate. And once you've rejuvenated, then you could look at helping other people or taking on something else. But you don't have that capacity right now. And they're saying if you don't slow down a little bit and take care of you, then that's when you're going to fall into illness, like getting a cold, getting the flu, something like that. And so you don't want your body to get that far down the road. Okay.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. You have lots of angels and guides. Don't be afraid to ask for their guidance and their help.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. All right. Thank you so much.
You're so very welcome. Have a good evening.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye. Wow. So that is a big message actually for all of us, right? It's about letting go of that responsibility of saying yes to everything. Saying yes to things is good. It can be a very good thing, saying yes to everything. I met somebody, I took a class from someone last summer, and she said, when spirit calls, I say yes. And someone says, hey, I'm doing a show. Do you want to be part of that? Do you want to be my guest speaker? She's like, I just say yes to everything. So in some ways, it's okay to say yes to things. But when you get to a point where you need the break, your body needs the break, and you don't start utilizing the word no, that's when we start running into problems as humans, as light workers, as empaths, right? So it's really okay to say no. I cannot do this right now. I need to take a break. I need to do this for me, right? And then rejuvenate yourself, whatever that looks like for you, to be able to be in that space of saying, I'm taking a break. I'm taking this for myself, and then following through with that, and then learning what your boundaries are, because we all have boundaries and we all need boundaries in order to stay healthy and stay positive, right? So knowing what those limits are for you is very, very important, and then sticking to them and being okay with saying no and sticking to those boundaries and being okay with that. It is really a hard, I'm not going to say lesson, but it's a huge learning curve for some of us, myself included. I have a very hard time saying no. You can ask my husband, he's like, oh my goodness, your plate is so full, and it is. So being able to realize what your boundary is and saying no is really, really important. And don't feel bad about it. There's nothing wrong with saying no when you're trying to rejuvenate yourself. All right, we are coming down to the end of our show. Hard to believe it's already close to 8 o'clock Pacific time. I am going to have to say goodnight for right now. I want to thank you so much for joining me this evening. Please check out my website at wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Check out the retreat session. I'm super excited about this, to be joining with my co-host, Melinda. I hope you will join us there in Bonnyville, Alberta, Canada on October 14th and 15th. But until then, we will see you next time. Have a great night, everyone.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for astrology and psychic readings with Lady D. Lady D. Live from LadyDSPsychicParties.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is astrology and psychic reading
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi everybody, welcome to Astrology and Psychic Readings with Lady D. So I'm Lady D. Hope you've all had like an amazing week this week. It has been a wonderful week that we've had, ups and downs. So we are in that square with Uranus and Venus, and we are going to be in that square for a little bit longer coming into this week as well. So with that, you may have found like tensions rising with people, or maybe a bit of arguments been coming up there with people as well. Or it could be a financial, unexpected financial mishaps or coming up for you as well with that. And I said there's one of three. So this is our second square. So the third, one more to go. So something doesn't happen to you. Usually it happens on one of the transits that I find. We've got the big thing coming up this week. We have a new moon. So we have a new moon, and it's going to be in Leo. And it's actually going to be conjuncting with Venus. So there is Venus retrograde. So we've got this retrograde that's sort of making things also slow down. You might feel like things have been a bit slower, a bit more lethargic, but we have this new moon that is going to be conjuncting with that. And we also, with this, it's also going to be angling other planets too. So then it's also going to be angled with Uranus here, but it's also going to be a tri with Uranus and Mars too at the same time. So this new moon is happening on the 16th for me at 7:38 a.m. That's here in Sydney. So the 16th is this Wednesday. So for those who are on the other side of the world, you might be your 15th. So with this this new moon that's coming up here, you might find with the tri that we have with Mars here, you might find unexpected strength or motivation to be able to feel more motivated in what you're doing, or to get things done. You might get a clear run and get a lot of things in that you need to get in, because I feel like lately it's sort of been like procrastinating. So this is going to be more about like uplifting you and getting you moving forward. But the energies might come up, be unexpected energies, but it's a good. This is where Uranus and Mars are working together. So this is going to be strength that's going to be coming out here, and it will be a positive thing that comes up. We do have Mars that's in Virgo, so it could be that you're trying to assess things, you're trying to get things right in what you're trying to do. And also we've got Mercury here too, and it is overthinking. We have Mars and Mercury, they are coming closer and closer together, but they won't meet up yet. And we are nearly at that retrograde of Mercury. So in this Venus retrograde, we're also going to have a Mercury retrograde too, which is going to be happening later, the week after next. So what's these new moons energy going to bring? I do feel like it's going to bring new opportunities for the collective to work together. So it is going to bring more of an energy of harmony, people wanting to work together or need to work together to accomplish things and to get things done and to get it done right. I feel like it's time to sort of open people's heart. We are dealing with a lot of Leo energy. So we've got the moon, Venus, and the sun in it, Leo. So it's going to be about the heart and opening the heart up. I also feel like it's about healing past wounds. And this is to do with love. So I feel like it's about that energy is going to come up. I kept on seeing like people sort of sitting and just reflecting and sitting in silence, or just sitting in peace and reflecting. So I feel like that's going to be coming up this week. We've got here unexpected shifts of energy with this Mars, and strengths, just being more motivated. And people like sort of getting out of their way. So people not making excuses just about and wanting to move forward. People wanting to change the way they look. In this case, I feel like that's more about appearance. They might change something, your hair, change the way you do your makeup, some changes here. I feel like it's going to bring about a calming energy. It's about keeping calm. And I just feel like sort of bullying behavior won't be tolerated. So I feel like anybody that's sort of showing like it is about the ego, because we are dealing with Leo. So it is about people's egos coming up. But I just feel like people who are bullying they're kind of come undone this week. Got here people expecting more out of life coming up, like wanting more, expecting more. And if that energy is going to help them to be able to get more in there too. People wanting to defend themselves, so people might be on the defensive side of things coming up this week. but he explored opportunities. I think I had that somewhere else. Sit and reflect. As I said, I saw people like just sitting and reflecting this week. Expressing yourself in the right way. So I feel like because we do have this Mercury that is in Virgo, so I do feel that people are going to want to express themselves, but in the particular way or the right way they want to be. They're going to think about it and how they're going to express themselves, because when we're dealing with Virgo, we are dealing with perfection and we are dealing with details and being a bit nitpicky. And I've got here people wanting to behave properly as well. And I got here time for leaders to show up and show what they are here for. So I feel like there's going to be a big week for leaders, and this new moon is going to bring big things up for people who are leaders and leadership roles. And I got here, don't make things complicated, so don't make it overcomplicated. Try to keep things very simple. And I got here, like overstressed opinions. So people really trying to get out what their opinions and try to get it out there. And it's like they might find that other people might not be listening to them. So if you're in an argument and you're just finding that you're going backwards and forwards, it's because you're not listening. And I think it's just causing a bit of friction with this Mars and Mercury getting closer together. So that's why you might have to say, sort of stop, take a step back, and maybe try and say something differently, or just say you're not listening to what I'm saying, and then try and say it again. Or sometimes it's better just to walk away as well. Okay, so let's go to the calls. So we got here Cheryl. She's in Madison, Wisconsin in USA. So hi, Cheryl. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. How can I help you today?
Just some general energy. See what's around me.
I mean, has he meeting been
Or
people who passed over, or just what's going to happen? What's happening around you?
just what's happening around me.
Oh, okay. All right, let's have a look. Okay, let's connect to Cheryl. Hey. I do see a dog around you. Do you have a dog that's do you have a dog at the moment, or a dog that's passed over? I see a dog, and the dog that I see, it's just looking up at you, and it's by
Passed
your
over.
side.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. The dog's telling me that he was a bit loyal, but at the same time, the dog was a different dog. Like it was, there were some things that the dog did that might have been very different, or even a bit strange. But dog's telling me he's loyal, but also he did things that were very different to other dogs.
Okay.
Okay. He's also saying that I feel like this the way that I'm seeing this dog. So sometimes I don't actually see the breed. I'll see another dog, but or it could be this breed. But I'm seeing the breed that was in that movie, The Little Rascals. So I don't know if the dog was like that dog, or the dog liked to hang around with children, or just people like by your side constantly. Too.
Okay.
The dog's just saying thank you for looking after him, for looking after the dog. He's just like he's really grateful, but he's still staying beside you, and he's not leaving your side. So I just feel like this dog's like a very loyal dog, or he's just very connected to you and just wants to be beside you. At the same time, I feel like the dog was also very happy as well. Okay, let's see what we got coming up around you. Okay. I just keep on feeling that, like, as in help is coming. Like, so I feel like if there's some sort of help that you're ever needing, this could be like financial or just like some sort of assistance. And I do feel like it's going to come up. I am hearing May, so I feel like May is going to be a time where you're feeling a lot like that's like uplifted energy, and you're feeling um better in what you're feeling now, because you've sort of started to move forward. And I feel like there's opportunity for you as well. I do see a ladder coming down, so I feel like that could be a step up, or that you're just able to move forward in life in general. I also feel like you're open to new ideas and new things coming in, and I just feel like May is a completely different energy than where you are now for next year. I do feel like you're more in control, and I'm going to say like I feel like finances. I feel like you're more in control of your finances, and you are happier. You're happy about your situation that you're in too. At the moment, I also feel like I got some really good cards here that's coming out because I just feel like there's some really good positive things coming up around you here. And I just feel like it's about waiting for the right time to come. Um, because at the moment, it's like I feel like things are maybe up in the air, like you're trying to start to sort things out and plan for the future, but things I feel like they're really up in the air on where they are. And I do see a plane, so I do feel like there could be some sort of trouble coming up for you as well. So you're in Wisconsin. I never know parts about America, but I do see I do see a plane, so I do feel like there is some sort of trouble coming up for you. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? I am feeling like it's gonna be domestic. I feel like where you're going, I do feel like it's gonna be within America. I feel like city, like I see city area with you. If it's like Chicago, New York. I just see like this like a busy city, and I just feel like it's a plane. So I just feel like um I'm gonna go traveling. I also feel like that there's relationships here in the card too that I see too. There could be either someone new coming, it could be a friend or could be like a partner, but I do feel like relationships for you is going to get better or on the right track because I am getting some good things for you with relationships. And I just feel like there's opportunity to celebrate, but I'm getting strongly about May next year.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Oh, well, not specifically. I just want, I guess I do have a question about relationships. You did bring that up. So,
Did you have this card here and these cards sending out to me? So this is very good. To me, this was meeting. So this is either someone new, or is this card here, someone new, or could be even a new friendship that's coming in. Whenever I see the card, I always feel like it's someone new coming into the picture. And when I saw the card, it's good. There are good things coming out, and I even feel like July of next year, relationships around you will be blooming around you as well. But I'll leave it there, and thank you for calling in today.
all right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
That's okay. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. If you want to contact me for a reading, you can. So my website is Lady D Psychic Parties, and my Facebook is the same. Instagram and TikTok is Lady DS Psychic, and my YouTube is Lady D. Or if you can't find underneath that, just look under Danielle Psychic. Okay, everybody, have a good week, and I'll see you same time, same place next week. So bye for now.
John Capello and the Psychic Side, live from johncapello.com.
Hi, I am psychic medium John Capello, and I want to ask you to join me every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Central Time, for my show, The Psychic Side. It is an informative show about developing your personal psychic abilities. I hope you will tune in here on the Ask One Radio